This morning in the capital of Greenland, the Arctic cold shoulder, a new trip at the center of the diplomatic fallout over President Trump's push to take over the territory. When Vice President JD Vance and Second Lady Usha Vance arrive tomorrow with a U.S. delegation including National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, they will not set foot here in Nuuk or any other Greenlandic cities. Instead, flying straight to the remote northwest to Pituffik space base to visit with U.S. military personnel. For the last 75 years, it's been America's Arctic listening post, the first line of defense against Russian or Chinese ballistic missiles.
I'm going to visit some of our guardians in the Space Force on the northwest coast of Greenland and also just check out what's going on with the security there of Greenland.
The trip, originally billed as a cultural visit for the Second Lady,
hope that our relationship will only grow stronger in the coming years.
But now, the historic tour stops have been dropped, the vice president is joining, and the focus is national security. Yesterday, President Trump doubled down.
We need Greenland, and the world needs us to have Greenland, including Denmark. Denmark has to have us have Greenland.
But the Danish government, which controls the territory, doesn't see it that way. Earlier this week, before the itinerary changed, the Danish Prime Minister accused the Trump administration of putting unacceptable pressure on Greenland. Greenland is home to an estimated 1.5 million tons of rare earth elements, as well as untapped oil and natural gas reserves. And Trump wants access. But the leaders here have been clear. Greenland is not up for grabs, and the American delegation is not invited.
Good morning from the most northern capital in the world. We're 150 miles south of the Arctic Circle. We're in Nuuk, Greenland. You can see we're on the Nuuk Fjord right now. Icebergs, 80% of Greenland is covered in ice. It is the least densely populated place on Earth. About 56,000 people live here. But when the Vice President and the Second Lady and a high-level U.S. delegation, including National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, fly in, there will be no grand welcome in the capital. No American flags flying, no photo ops with locals. They're not going to that national dog sled race that originally we thought that Second Lady Usha Vance was going to go to. They are now going to fly to the remote northwest to a space base. They will meet with about 150 U.S. military personnel who are based there, and that's been there for about 75 years. It is the first line of defense for Russian or Chinese, for example, ballistic missiles coming across the Arctic. As far as the Greenlanders we're speaking with here, they say finally people know where they are, where Greenland is, and who they are, that actually people live here. Our taxi driver this morning was joking that actually previously, when you said you're from Greenland, people asked, do people actually live there? So people here like Americans, like their ally America. They're eager to attract American investment, but most of the people we've been speaking to since getting here on the ground don't want to actually be American. Molly Hunter, NBC News, Nuuk, Greenland.